Second round of the minor league playoff action, season 8 starts this evening from the Windy City as the Chicago Warriors play host to the Albuquerque Adams. Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday night. I'm Mike Dykes. Joining me in the booth, as always, Gerald Smith. You're watching the Simulationfl Minor League on YouTube. Gerald, Monday night, not usually a fun day of the week, but we got some football tonight. That makes it better. What do we got to look forward to tonight?
After a terrible work day, I'm sure most of us had on a Monday, I'm sure we're going to have something interesting to say. These guys, both these teams won just a couple of days ago to advance in this winner's bracket. And here we are with Albuquerque, who actually pulled some of an upset in their last game right on the back of Darius Eneguez, coming in with over 200 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. But Chicago is undefeated for a reason, and they did it on the back of their running back. And he rushed for over 175 yards and a couple of touchdowns for himself as well. So we're going to see which offense is going to show up, because we do know that Chicago has the #1 scoring offense in the league. Let's see how Albuquerque is going to stop that.
We'll find out, but first, Chicago is going to get things started on offense as Albuquerque has the ball teed up. As Matt Wilson would say, there's only one way to find out. That's on the field, so we'll get down to the field, get this one started for Chicago. We'll take the opening kickoff back from the 6. Nice return, breaking tackles, crossing the 35, crossing the 40, finally pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and that is where Chicago will get things started tonight. Dylan Petty leads his offense out onto the field for the first time, 12 of 22, 211 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception in the win over Bossier City just a few days ago. He leads his offense out onto the field after that nice kick return by Henry McGee. Mentioned Isaac Knox, the running back, number 28. He had a good game last week as well. 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sure, he'll be heavily utilized in this offense tonight as well. Albuquerque in the white, black, and green. Chicago in the light blue, white, and red. Petty has about an hour and a half to throw. Finally finds a well-rested Henry McGee after that kick return, gets the completion, and gets a first down already in Albuquerque territory.
That was something amazing to see.
He had all the way until Tuesday in the pocket.
I thought he fell asleep. We didn't see no kind of shuffle or nothing until right at the end when he had to, make himself a little passing lane there. He just held it forever, and he had to cut his route. The wide receiver looked and was like, hey, look, there's guys there. I can turn around, and just like that.
4-0 on the season so far. Albuquerque at 2-2. And if they keep making plays like this, they'll win here in this one as well. That run goes into the hands of number 32. Let's roll through the starting offense here for the Chicago Warriors. Dylan Petty is the quarterback. Isaac Knox, the halfback. Henry McGee, Hingle McCringleberry, and Bobby Tarantino are the wide receivers. Rochelle Johnson, Abad Ruiz II, and Tyler Gregory are the tight ends. Left guard Tyler Spencer, number 59, helping block for Petty on this snap. Petty throws short pass over the middle, gets it back into the hands of McGee again. Gets another Chicago first down.
And how about that? They only had 1 run, which I believe went to the backup running back with the league's leading rusher. Haven't even gotten a touch yet, and here they are. They're actually inside the red zone, or right on the edge of the red zone, rather.
Yep.
Definitely within field goal range.
Only a minute and a half into the game. Set up by a nice kick return. For those of you joining late, returned it up to the 45-yard line. Getting his first touch of the evening, Isaac Knox gets a gain of 7. Now inside the red zone. Second down and 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a little known stat, because he's, averaging over he's averaged during the regular season over the course of 3 games, 208 yards per carry.
Wow. 208 yards per carry.
Dog. Game.
He runs out of the stadium like Bo Jackson, keeps on going, heads down the street, turns around, comes back, gets a second touchdown every time he touches the ball.
It's Tecmo Bowl style. Maybe that's what's on my mind.
3rd down and 3 coming up for Chicago. Albuquerque with an opportunity to put an end to an impressive opening drive for Chicago. Maybe hold him to a field goal here. Petty rolls out right, has time, throws back left, tipped in, incomplete. Went into the hands of the defender, Roscoe Jenkins. Couldn't come away with a pick, but he does end the drive, and Hudson James out to kick for Chicago.
Yeah, he was just sitting there eyeing the quarterback up, and he's been seeing, especially on this drive, Henry McGee was the favorite target all drive long. And Jenkins able to come in and just slide over and bat the ball away. Almost a pick.
$1.99 super chat from the quarterback himself, Dylan Petty. I ain't never sleep. I just throw balls deep.
Oh, what? Whoa.
It's up and good. I thought it was wide left, but thanks to a nice hook shot, gets that one in.
Well, they put some English on it right there. It's got to be, I mean, we are in the Windy City. It's the wind, going crossways across the stadium, pushing it over. I almost pushed it into the upright.
3-0 Chicago out in front. Albuquerque about to get their first chance on offense. This return goes up to the 27-yard line, and that will be where they get started here this evening. For Albuquerque, the quarterback Roquan Dots had quite a game last week, Gerald, in their win over Philly. 17-25, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, kept it nice and clean. They're going to need to do that tonight to keep up with the high-scoring offense of Chicago. But first, Kane Hunter. He'll get his first carry of the ball game. Carried it 15 times last week. Only rushed for 59 yards. Was not able to find the end zone.
Yeah, but his partner in crime, Pepe Silvia, also had over 50 yards and almost the same amount as carry, which is 14 carries. And together they actually, rushed for over 100 yards. So they had a very, very good distribution of runs.
Ball handed off to Hunter once again. This time goes for no gain. Stopped right back at the line of scrimmage. Starting offense for the Adams. Roquan Dots is the quarterback. Pepe Silvia and Kane Hunter are the halfbacks. Jonathan Haynes, Darius Iniguez, and Dalton Barker are the wide receivers. Eddie Maddox and Jacob Riley are the tight ends. Brunter Graham and Kate Palmer are the left guard and left tackle, respectively, on 3rd down and 6. Pressure on its way. Trying to run with the ball for the first. Can't quite get there. Dots gains 4 and brings their opening drive to a close. The Chicago defense able to hold and force a punt.
Yeah, and the corner comes right off the edge and he really closed down, and he made a beat right for Dots to be able to bring him down.
Punt drops down at the 20-yard line of Chicago. And another nice return by McGee as he's able to gain about 9. And Chicago will come back out on offense and see what they can do next, Gerald. They were able to march down the field and get 3 on the opening drive. See what they can do here. Starting defense for Albuquerque, the defensive ends, Lindsey Thimpson, Detarian Darshington. I try so hard not to mess that up. Those are the defensive ends. Sonny Sky and Ben Bowman are the linebackers. Sullivan Tyson, Roscoe Jenkins, and Dylan Bamsler. Those are the safeties. Hit in the backfield immediately. Couldn't make the tackle. It was Ben Bowman that got the first contact, but brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, Ben Bowman blew that up, come right off the edge, and forced them further outside.
Great opportunity for coaches, owners, get a good look at the players coming up in this next draft in just a couple of weeks. There's another one that gets batted away incomplete, setting up a 3rd down and a long 12. And Gerald, anybody in particular on these rosters that you might be keeping your eye on?
We got a guy out here. I'm not gonna say his name yet, but we got a guy out here that we got our eye up on that we're hopefully just made a sign away in free agency.
Oh, there you go. A lot of developmental players here in the minor league as well. Pressure right there. Totally got fooled by the play action, but man, fortunately for Albuquerque, getting fooled on the play action didn't cost them as they're able to swat that one away.
Talk about falling asleep. I think Dylan Petty just rocked him to sleep with that play action, rolled out. The defender ran right by him. Fortunate enough for Albuquerque, it doesn't result into anything at all and actually forced a punt. They actually went backwards on that drive.
So after a great opening drive where they were able to get right down the field to about the 10-yard line, that possession goes for a loss of 2. Punt taken back at the 41. Fumbled! Scooped! Can he scoop and score? One man to beat? No, tackled at the 27-yard line. But a huge turn of events for Chicago as they're able to capitalize on the special teams mistake of Albuquerque.
And that is not what Albuquerque wanted right there, right? Being able to get the ball back, and they were going to have it in good field position, but then they got just one heck of a hit put on the returner. Puts the balls on the turf, and now Chicago they're actually within field goal range, it looks like. I mean, I know we got some wind stuff happening going on, but
Hudson James can hook shot that one right back in from this distance too, I bet you.
Poor Jonathan Haynes with dropping the ball.
Yeah. Tough, but now defense has to get back out there and do their thing again. That carry good for a gain of 5 by Knox. 2nd down.
Yeah, way to pick up some, 5 yards like that. Just get there. Look, and I think that's how he's ran most of the season, right? How he's picked up his 200+ yards per game. It's just grinding it out, right? He's getting, 25-ish.
Tackled after a gain of 3, but ripped down by his face mask.
That's 15. Might be half the distance now.
Yeah. Sets them up inside the red zone right at the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal for Chicago. And, when you're playing an undefeated team, the one thing you can't do is make costly mistakes. And so far, Albuquerque 2 for 2 on those mistakes, fumbling the punt return and now a face mask penalty, setting them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, you nearly got to play perfect ball.
Yeah. See if they can make up for it here. Petty looking, fires, end zone, tipped and incomplete. Another great defensive play by Roscoe Jenkins, tipping it away. At one point, they're really going to want to try to see if they can catch one of these.
I was just about to say that Jenkins is going to be like, he's going to go to the sidelines and throw some stick-em on his hands or something, because the second one he's dropped, which it looks like he had both hands on it both times. And both of them could have been drive-killing interceptions.
2 receivers out to the left, empty on the right. Petty throws to the right.
Oh, my God, no one's there.
Wide open, into the end zone, touchdown, Henry McGee. They put the wide receiver out into the flat. He's able to score a touchdown. Chicago out in front by 2 scores.
Yeah, and if you were to watch it, they actually put Henry McGee out of the backfield, and he actually just leaks out, and you want that speed on the edge, and there was nobody there. It was an easy pitch and catch. You want to make sure you catch the ball, put a wide receiver at running back, just toss it right to him on just a swing pass, and it's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
9-0. Chicago out in front, a little over halfway through the opening quarter. Extra point by James. Forthcoming. Kick is on its way. And it is good. 10-0. The number 1 scoring offense in the league. Out in front, 2 scores already here in this one. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everybody. You can get off the sidelines and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Shout out to those of you in the chat. Iniguez D19, TJ Harper, Dylan Petty, Mojo McLean, another fumble, but that one's picked up by Albuquerque. So yeah, 2 fumbles on returns now.
Man, they're gonna have to pull Jonathan Haynes to the side and be like, "Look, young fella,
you got to hold on to that ball."
Yeah, I mean that's 2 times you put the ball in consecutive returns too.
Yeah,
punt return and kickoff return. You need to.
Fortunately for Albuquerque, they are able to jump on that one and recover it. Otherwise, yeah, that would have been some serious issue. Starting defense for Chicago, defensive end James Ramos, defensive tackle Brenda Puff, inside linebacker Casper Haddock.
Oh,
and
wow.
Picked off. Right on cue, Casper Haddock with the pick. The outside linebacker Stuart Gotts, Ryan Cook, and Michaela Foraker are the cornerbacks. Tyler Highfield, the safety. Gerald, it goes from bad to worse for Albuquerque.
Yeah, well, Dodge been trying to go back to his guy that put up a lot of yards last week, and Darius Iniguez, and then next thing you know, leads him a little bit too much, and Casper Haddock is right there now. I mean, you cannot give away possessions like that to the number 1 scoring offense in the SFLm right now.
Right back at it. They hand it off to Henry McGee again. This time he gains 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Roquan Dots, 3 touchdowns, no picks in the win over Philly. And already in this one, he's 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, Gerald, here in the first quarter. Down by 2, sets up Chicago with great starting field position.
Yeah, and he had 11 of those, 208 of those yards to one guy. Only 5 other catches by the other guys on the team.
Petty throws. That one is incomplete. Looked like he may have just been trying to get rid of that one. His pressure was starting to get there. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, as for Tarantino, he just, I don't know, look like he's a little bit too low for him. But look, this could be a win right here for Albuquerque after that interception right there, to be able to stop him right here on this 3rd down and be able to force a punt. And hopefully Haynes won't drop it if they are able to force this punt.
5 wide look for the Warriors. Petty to throw. Has time down the right sideline. That one's incomplete. Overthrew his target. And Albuquerque fortunate to not surrender another touchdown after back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions.
Well, one thing that was odd, I mean, you got the league's best rusher, gets over 200 yards a game, had 177 yards, 2 touchdowns last week, and you gave him the ball 1 time.
Yeah.
I think I've seen McGee in the backfield more than I've seen Knox.
And a good bounce for Chicago as that one rolls down to the 11-yard line.
There's one way not to drop it. Don't even catch it.
It's a new strategy. Just never touch the ball and you can't fumble. You can't fail if you don't try. It's one of those inspirational quotes. Although it's kind of like an anti-inspirational quote.
It is.
Can't fail if you don't even try. Anyway, offset eye starting at their own 11-yard line. Dots under center. Offset eye in the backfield. Dalton Barker split out wide to the right. He's going to throw left. There we go. Nice jumping catch. Getting it into the hands of his favorite target from last week. Gerald, you mentioned 11 receptions, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. Darius Iniguez.
Yeah, Dots found the perfect time to throw that ball because he dropped it right behind the corner, but right before the safety and able to get it. He kind of let his receiver a little bit, took a shot to the ribs, but they're still able to hang on to it and get themselves out of the, inside the 15 the ball was for sure. So they got a little bit of breathing room now.
Dots motions Barker back down to the bottom again. Iniguez up top. This time they'll hand this one off to Kane Hunter. Hunter surges forward for 9.9, second in inches.
Yeah, and that's a really, really good back-to-back plays after getting a really good stop on defense after turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And they're starting to inch toward midfield.
And they forced a punt as well on that last drive. The ball was at the 34-yard line. Could have tried a long field goal with James, but elected to punt it away and try to pin Albuquerque back deep, which they did, but so far Albuquerque on the move. Dots to Hunter. Hunter gets the first down and a little bit more. Able to get up past the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Adams.
Hey, here they are. First down. It's their second first down of this drive and getting in. And what they need is a slow, sustained drive, right? No risk taking or nothing like that.
Dots over the middle. And that one's caught for another first down. So 3 first downs now as he drops that one right into the bucket. $2 super chat from Ray Colston. Let's go Iniguez with so many exclamation points. I should have said that with a lot more enthusiasm.
We need to know the background. She's down with Iniguez. I don't know. Is there some sort of a correlation there? Like,
how do you know him?
That's it. Maybe it's her cousin or something.
Second cousin once removed. Twice removed. Dots. Oh, with a PI, I think, on the play. Still able to haul the ball in.
If you're Iniguez, it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah,
you pull it down.
They do indeed call pass interference on Casper Haddock, who had the pick earlier on in the ball game. But that penalty did not matter.
It just doesn't drop anything.
So Rochelle confirming second cousin once removed.
Yep, and she laughed about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's how
any place for LA.
Well, that too. Dots gets that one over the middle into traffic, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10. I was trying to give a shout out to everybody in the chat earlier on, and then Casper Haddock had to interrupt and go and intercept the ball. So Joseph Guy Clausen, he's there almost every game that I think exists in the SFL.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and Igua's there, Swole Adventures. I think I mentioned TJ Harper on the first round. John Fullerton. He's there. Another nice catch over the middle. Dylan Petty. You saw that, huh? No, I wasn't making that comment to you. That's somebody in the chat. Arizona Scorpions here.
And guess who was on that last catch? With a silent E in Darius.
Silent C.
Silent C.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of silent.
Oh, quick pass over the middle to the silent C himself. Darius Iniguez gets the completion. And, man, Albuquerque on a great drive.
I mean, when all else fails, you need to seal it, just throw it to silent C, and next thing you know, he's catching everything that's just thrown to him. You can PI him, you can do what you want, but you need to get the ball down the field, you just throw it to him.
First down and 10 is the final moments of the first quarter. Ticks away. TJ Harper says, "Hi, Mom." Hello, Mrs. Harper. Sylvia takes that ball up the middle for 4. That'll bring us to the close of the first quarter. So all Chicago so far in the opening frame, but Albuquerque, they're on the move. Gerald getting ready to try to put some points up of their own. 10-0 after 1. You're watching the Simulation Football League Minor League Playoffs, round 2 on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Amron Irvine, back at SFL Studios.
Silent C's for everybody.
He is our producer. And here we go. Second down from the 7-yard line. Oh, just driving forward. Sylvia with the carry. First down and goal from about the half-yard line.
And he almost got thrown right into the end zone. I mean, his second carry of the day. Silva just kind of hits the hole and runs there, and actually nearly runs over a guy and gets himself in the end zone. But this is going to be huge, especially after the start they had with 2 turnovers.
Dots to Sylvia. Sylvia to the end zone. Touchdown, Albuquerque.
What a way to rebound. I said 2 turnovers. It was 3, 2 fumbles and a pick. And it's amazing they're only down 10 before this touchdown here. Now they're down 4. They can pull within 3 with the extra point.
Dylan Petty thinks that I hate his mother because I missed his hi, Mom. You got to super chat it if you want me to actually call it out. Otherwise, I just see things at random.
We love moms.
All of them.
Yeah.
And not in a weird sort of like creepy old man way. Well, sometimes. Just not always.
I guess so.
Extra point is up and good. 10-7.
90-yard drive.
Warriors. Yeah, that was, started at about their own 11.
Led by Dots in the Silent Sea. It's a crazy thing. He's never going to escape that nickname.
I get it. You liking the game so far? Smash that like button, like the Arizona Scorpions told you to earlier. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action. Help the channel grow through your support. John Fullerton says moms are good.
Yep. Hello, Doug Day. You know what speaking of Doug Day, you know what I saw at the store the other day?
Twinkies?
It was like it was like a 300-pound box of Twinkies.
300-pound
Yeah,
box
and
of
then
Twinkies.
I thought of myself and said, I bet you Doug Day has been to a store of this thing and probably has the 300-pound box of Twinkies.
So he can throw them at people running by his house.
That's how he's giving out contracts.
Get off my lawn, throws a Twinkie at him. Rochelle calling me creepy. That's fair. I brought that on myself. Isaac Knox gets a carry of 5 to get things started here for the Chicago drive. Second down for the Warriors.
That's how Doug's going to sign one of these rookies out of here. Twinkies. You're worth 3.5 Twinkies.
Yeah, I'll give you a $1.2 million contract and a 300-pound box of Twinkies. Well, sign me up. I'm not sure what that voice was. Knox with another carry.
Yeah, but he didn't pick up the first down. He only picked up a couple of yards on that run right there. This is 3rd down. Now, what if Albuquerque forces another 3-and-out here? Here we are.
Petty to throw.
There's pressure.
Petty does a pirouette before he throws the ball. He's like really winding up on that one. You see, he did a full 360 spin.
Well, I think I'd
down the field I go.
The receiver has hands on it, but actually took a hit. Now Albuquerque is about to get the ball back.
They are indeed.
Now let's just hope Mr. Haynes can actually hold on to it if he's able to catch it and take a hit.
Yeah, he's fumbled it a couple of times. This one's going to drop down at about the 17-yard line. And rolls forward to the 24. Holds on to it. Albuquerque will take over at their own 24-yard line. So Roquan Dots back out onto the field. Threw a pick earlier on. But Pepe Sylvia on the last drive able to punch it into the end zone for a touchdown. And, after a first quarter that was all Chicago, so far, things going Albuquerque's way here in quarter number 2.
Well, Albuquerque is no stranger to the look the one-handed to the Silent Sea. Are you kidding me right now?
It was a beautiful, nice jumping catch. I'm going to wait and see if we see an even more spectacular catch before I'll call that the nice hands catch of the game. But that one was a good one.
But Albuquerque is no stranger to these big games. I mean, they got a couple of championships under their belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Sylvia.
Wow.
Gets the ball and great defensive stand there by Chicago.
Yeah, what a way to kind of stand them up, right? By and then by Gotts, and then one of his teammates being able to come right back in there and actually keep the running back from pushing the other guy over and getting the first down.
3rd down and inches.
Look like Sylvia's in the backfield.
Sylvia takes it, gets bottled up behind the line. Can he get there? He does, barely. Just able to extend across the line to gain. Fresh set of downs for Albuquerque.
That's what they need. It doesn't matter how you pick it up as long as you pick it up. Now they're having Kane Hunter in the backfield. Look like maybe it's good. I need to start counting how many times Silent C gets the ball.
Well, not that time. Nobody got it. Tried to connect with a different target, Dalton Barker this time, but that one unable to be hauled in. 2nd down and 10.
It is right here. I mean, because we're going to see, look, if they can somehow go down, look, I mean, they're already 3 points. The game's a lot tighter than what it should be right now with the 3 turnovers that Albuquerque had. But credit to the Albuquerque's defense for keeping it close. And they're, you know, and that last drive they had of 11 plays, 90 yards was a grinded out drive.
5-step drop by Dots. Pressure was almost there, and Silent C catches the ball. He'll gain 5. Another catch for Darius Iniguez.
Jeez, man. He's gonna break some SFL single game records. Who let this guy on the field? Look, this guy's like super duper small. I don't even know who that one is.
Who are you talking about?
Is that Jonathan Haynes? He looks so small.
I don't know who you're seeing. Everybody looks small from up here. Oh, tipped and incomplete. Nearly picked off Ryan Cook.
Yeah, and what a good play because they know they was going for the Silent C and is able to kind of bat the ball out of the ground.
Oh, well, now I see him. I think that's... I
think it's Jonathan Haynes.
It was Jonathan Haynes, yeah. I think it was just because he was standing next to the left tackle. He looked so...
They're like Giganosaur 6'7".
He's 5'10", 190. He is a relatively small character compared to the other guys out here. Guys and gals. McGee brings that one up to the 30-yard line. So Chicago able to prevent Albuquerque from tying it up or even taking the lead. And now focused on trying to regain their 2-score advantage on this next drive.
Yeah, and I'm going to see how much they actually start feeding Isaac Knox, right? Because him being a quality back that he is all season long and even into the first round of the playoffs and winners bracket last week, see how well he can. Oh, look at this.
Asking ye shall receive, Gerald. About an 11-yard gain on the first carry of the drive. Gets a first down just like that.
Yeah, they decided to take it back to the basics, right? Dance with the girl that brought you. Just handed it off to him, and he got about 12 yards.
Getting this one back into the hands of Knox. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, but able to fight his way forward. Ends with a 4-yard gain.
And he's going to grind it out, too. We're going to see how often they're going to do it because even last week, I think he had like 29 or 30 carries on the day for his 177 yards with a couple of touchdowns. So, I mean, they like to give him the ball, and maybe they're going to do that here, just kind of grind it out, slow the game down a little bit.
Knox taking a breather this time. Number 32 with a 2-yard carry. 3rd down and 4. Meanwhile, over in Nashville up 7-3. About 3/4 of the way through quarter number 1. The winner of that game will play the winner of this one.
What a defensive play!
Absolutely.
On the pitch, it looked like Isaac Knox had nothing but green and nothing but the first down in front of him. The defender comes up. Are they going for it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, offense staying out here.
Is Knox still in the game?
No, it's the backup, but yeah, got the first down.
Of course
risky call.
Of course they picked it up. His last name's Smith.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. If everybody on the team was named Smith, you'd be unstoppable.
It's very unstoppable. Not like Chicago needs it because they only have apparently one Smith on the team, and they're still leading the league in scoring.
Pitch out to the right. This time Knox getting back in there. Gain 6 on the play. 2nd down. As they're sticking to the ground this drive, and it's paying off so far.
Yeah, and I think it's actually, look, and it's actually doing pretty good here, too. I think Albuquerque is actually doing really, really good against the run right here. Seeing how, they're able to kind of stop them for not huge gains, but getting themselves in a situation to be successful. But it seems like they're starting to feed Knox a little bit more.
I formation now on second down. Able to gain 3. Sets them up with a third down and short. And, Gerald, I think they just need to stick to the script of what they've been doing on this drive. Run it again.
Yeah, why not? So because it seems it seems like when the running backs are able to get the ball, even when they get hit in the backfield, they're actually falling forward for yards.
Only 4 on the line for Albuquerque. Petty under center. Will indeed hand it off to Knox. Falls forward, like you said. Gets another first down. And this drive is not only fairly successful so far, Gerald, but it is absolutely chewing up this clock. 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I'd do it too, especially and that's what Chicago needed. They needed I feel like they needed a sustained drive to be able to, oh, look at that.
Henry McGee using him at the halfback position as well, gain 6.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Chicago needed this drive, right, to be able to put Albuquerque back on their heels because they kind of got some momentum right there. And for them to put this drive together, say, hey, look, man, we're going to play our game now, right? We played with them enough. Now we're going to just feed the ball to our running back and see if we can grind them out and kind of beat them in a submission before half.
Knox gets the carry again, this time met fairly close to the line to gain. We gained about 3.9 on that one, as he's now hit the 61-yard mark on 14 carries. Third down and inches. Knox still on the field as we get close to the 2-minute warning.
And he's getting all these yards up the middle. That's really surprising.
Gets him again, breaks a couple of tackles.
Rolling the guy over.
Yeah, sure is. Lowered his shoulder right into Bamsler and shoves him forward for a few yards. Gets the first down, sets him up inside the red zone, and that's where they'll be on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
And it's for this guy down here at this level, right, to run for over 200 yards per game, and he's got 177, in the playoffs from last week. But for him to do it at this level and to be able to do it in between the tackles, right, that guy's going to get himself a nice contract on the team.
Absolutely. Dylan Petty in the chat says he likes the McGee switch up. I agree. When you got Knox back there and he's doing his thing, gets tired, that guy named Smith pops in there. Questionable at best.
I don't even know why they disrespect Smith like that.
He's doing all right, but then when you all of a sudden sneak Henry McGee out there at the running back position, that's how they got a rushing touchdown earlier on. I formation now here for the Warriors, and right on cue, McGee gets back in on the running back action. Only gains 2 before Bowman brings him down.
And it just shows you the game plan of Chicago right here coming in, because look, you're going to run, your big stud and Knox like up the middle in between the tackles, and when you want to pitch it out and get on the edge, it seems like they're just pitching it out to McGee.
McGee motioned up top this time. And Petty to throw. Oh! Nearly throws an interception as that one goes right into the hands of Sonny Sky. The linebacker can't bring it in, though. 3rd down and 8.
That's the 4th pass that they've actually had in their hands to be able to take it and in the drive. And every single time they had it, it's actually been inside the red zone. So just imagine if they would just picked off half of those. They might be winning the game.
Play action.
Oh, wow.
Totally fooled the defender. There it is. There's the great hands catch of the game. Henry McGee gets the touchdown for Chicago, extending as far as he possibly could and bringing it in with one hand for 6.
And that's a play of perfection, what you had there, because they've been running the ball so well all drive. They did a play action, fooled them in, and the defender comes in and tackles the running back. And then what do? They throw it right over the top to McGee, who's been one of their players that's been handling the ball quite often.
Bright spot of the offense.
Tried to jump up and hit the ball, but didn't. And then what does McGee do? Get flashy, catch it, and now he's got his team a 2-score lead again.
That's the Nice Hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only game with your player in SFL 4K23. And for all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Henry McGee, definitely been one of the bright spots on the Chicago offense so far, accounting for both of their touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, Gerald. One from the running back position, and now a receiving touchdown.
He's multifaceted.
He does it all. Now we just have to do have Chicago put him in at halfback and then do a halfback option pass. Oh, Chicago almost getting it back right there, trying to connect up with Haynes. But that one is incomplete. Gunny in the chat says, throw it to the tight end because Mike Dagg said so. Haven't seen a lot from the tight ends yet. I think we saw.
No. I got to deal with that every broadcast.
Yeah, no.
It's good
when you
that
say
we
deal
don't
with
say
it.
how. Well, we don't. I don't need to see. Get told how glorious tight ends are every single game. Look at this guy.
Let's go. Oh. Roquan Dots tried to run with it.
Was he down?
No.
Before?
That ball was out. Turnover.
This guy went from bad to worse.
Yeah. The fourth turnover for Albuquerque so far.
Jeez, and that's the third fumble out of it. Oh, he wasn't down, and he just got hit right as he's going down, get picked up. I don't know. It's right before half. I would review it if you could, even though it didn't look like he was down. Maybe I don't know.
He had already started to slide, but in this league, that doesn't matter. You're not down until you're down. Well, it don't.
It shouldn't matter.
Listen, I don't make the rules.
We need some protection of the quarterbacks, man. Come on now.
Sure. Why don't you go yell at the ref, Mahomes? First down and 10.
Man. Dude, hit me like that.
Pass over the middle, too. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. Rochelle Johnson gets the catch. This is two games in a row.
Wait until 2025, dude. I'm telling you. It's going to be done. Josh Allen will throw about 4 picks.
Oh, probably. We'll still win.
And we'll win.
Yeah, whatever.
Go New Orleans.
Go Bills. Wrong league. Petty under center. Chicago trying to get up by 3 scores. Petty up top. End zone. That one's incomplete.
I think I spied the silent C on defense playing corner or something. That was
that what you're pointing
interesting. Yeah, I'm pointing down the field, and you're like, I don't know what you're looking at. I'm like,
I didn't know what you're looking at, but
see the silent C. See, nobody know he entered the field there, but he's there.
He was out there. Yeah,
he's there.
No, different number 19. I just saw his name on the back of the jersey. Started with an S. It's like college ball. You can have.
No, it's not.
Well, it is tonight, Gerald. 3 receiver set here. Chicago fires and short of the end zone. First down and goal, though.
It's first down at the 1. By 1, I mean 1 plus 1.
Darius in the chat asking if he's needed on defense. I mean, it couldn't hurt.
No, he catches everything.
He does.
Maybe they stop dropping passes like interceptions if you were on that side of the ball.
First down and goal for Chicago. Looking to go up by 3 scores.
That was opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity drop. See, if that was Iniguez right there, he'd be like prime time high stepping it to the end zone right now.
Yeah, Ben Bauman, man, he's got to come down with that. Any one of these players that actually had their hands on the ball, 2 hands, not just a hand, it's 2 hands on the ball quite often. That's like the 5th or 6th time.
They've given it away 4 times, and they could have gotten it back even more than that.
And that could have even a pick 6 on that one.
Second down and goal, less than a minute to go. Petty has time, fires, tipped, incomplete, 3rd down.
He even had a defender there that was just kind of watching the ball fall whenever it even popped up in the air right there. And that's on the that's on Rochelle Johnson's thing right there. I don't know what it is right now down inside the end zone right here because neither team can catch the ball. Rochelle Johnson should have put her team up, 23 points right there, 23-7. But she drops it.
They're down and goal. 3 receiver set. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Petty to throw. Quick pass. End zone. Touchdown, Chicago. And they extend their lead.
Yeah, and I guess what? I guess I spoke too soon because here Rochelle Johnson comes across and just grabs it. Says, I'm just showing you I can hold on to the ball. Give me another shot, Petty.
Playing press against a linebacker there in the end zone. Drove the linebacker back. Did a quick little cut to the left. Caught that touchdown pass. And Chicago able to extend their lead now 23-7, extra point coming up.
Man, it's unfortunate for Albuquerque, like with the turnovers that they've actually had to deal with this game so far. They've had 3 fumbles and an interception. And I think that was only the second time that Chicago has scored off of those turnovers, right? So they've actually done pretty well. Just imagine if they hadn't turned it over, or even been able to pick the ball off themselves.
Iniguez kneels that one down in the end zone, take it out to the 20-yard line.
I don't know how much chances they're going to take here, but I mean, already, you think about it going on in the second half, they're definitely going to have to, put the ball in the air with dots, and they're going to throw to the silent C.
Dots puts it up to Eddie Maddox. Soon as Gunny called for some tight ends to get involved, it's been like the tight end show.
That's true.
All we needed was Gunny.
You needed somebody to point it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm down with that.
Albuquerque looks content to put the ball into the hands of Sylvia.
Wow.
Gets a nice gain. I don't know. Do you call a timeout here? They're not.
Well, you got 3 timeouts. And you're down 17 points. You got to do something here, right? And now they're going to try and get there, and they're going to try and hurry up, and they're going to snap it. I don't know. With the yards you gained, you could have done a little bit of something. I'm not saying they're just content. Look at this, Kane Hunter.
Yeah, Kane Hunter trying to get something going, but only can get to midfield. That brings the second quarter to a close.
They could have called a timeout. You can't take them with you. In the second half, we'll end up with 6 timeouts. Just use them. Sorry.
But alas, they did not. Half of the action here tonight in the books. Chicago started off strong in the first quarter. Second quarter, they were a little bit slower. It looked like Albuquerque had a chance to get back into it, but here in the latter half of the second quarter, Chicago putting their foot on the gas. And now leading 24-7. Albuquerque will get the ball to start the second half. Gerald, your thoughts on the first half of action so far?
Well, it's just been a story of turnovers and drive killing plays. That's it. I don't know what else to say about that. Chicago's using what Chicago isn't doing anything spectacular, and they're not wowing anybody with what they're doing. They're just really taking what Albuquerque has given them, which is, 4 turnovers, 3 fumbles, and an interception. So, I'd take that and go with it too, right? Albuquerque just been unfortunate, and they had the work cut out for them. They had to play against this undefeated team. They're going to have to play really, really clean football and be able to step up on defense to give their offense a chance, and they're going to have to put the ball through the air to do it.
Ender McGee, halftime player of the game, helping his Chicago Warriors in multiple ways. 4 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, that one rushing touchdown, if you will, was when he was in the running back position, ran out into the flats, caught a pass, though. So it actually counted as a receiving touchdown from the running back position. Albuquerque now getting things started here in the second half. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody from the Windy City in Chicago, where we're having power surges. So either that or we're both just seeing flashes of light and the end is near.
Old eyes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I was just a blink. We blinked at the exact same time.
And it put a ripple into the space-time continuum.
Sure did.
First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Albuquerque down by 3 scores. Going to climb back into it. Short drop by Dots.
There he is.
The Silent C himself gets the ball. Sultan LSCG with the $5 super chat. Rumor has it that Iniguez wears Lycan's leggings for optimal performance. Hashtag he is my Iniguez.
I can see that.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
I can see that.
It adds extra speed and aerodynamics.
It is coming. It is coming.
Wait, what?
Gunny is coming.
Oh,
Louisiana, Mexico City. We're calling that game.
Focus. We're calling this one right now. Dots to Iniguez. Gets the first down in Chicago territory. So great start to this drive.
Yeah, and look, and that's what they had to do, right? So they went at halftime and said, hey, what have we been successful at? It's been thrown into the Silent C and Iniguez, and he's actually catching the ball. So look, after 2 plays, here they are. I mean, they're actually in Chicago territory. If they can score quick right here and actually get their defense to play the defense that they're capable of, they can turn this around.
You know what we could do? Like a Manningcast style, like second alternate broadcast to the main broadcast.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, in week 4.
Yeah. Cameron never gonna allow that.
Nah, you're gonna be sulking by like the end of the first quarter when the Aztecs are up by 3 scores. Nice catch by Dalton Barker, getting the first down for the Adams.
And I liked the quick throw and the route he ran. It was perfect because they actually had a receiver kind of going out to the flash through the linebacker route, and it was great timing route by Dotchabe to hit him right where he was running.
First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Dots, as all day, gets it out to the Silent C, who gained 6. Second down and 4. $1.99 super chat from Dylan Petty. He's trying to acknowledge his protective wear.
Is it? I just want to know if that, his protective wear is blazing with the SFL insignia.
Well, at least the Retroid logo from what the rumor has going for it. Kane Hunter gets a first down for Albuquerque. Doug Day asking, any chance we get a game called in Spanish? Joey Ramos, Lynn, and I are working on that. I'm still focusing on my Duolingo to get La Español better than it is right now. Because really all I could do is I could ask, like, where is the football? Where is the bathroom? I can say the bank is closed. So really not enough to do a full broadcast yet. Dots runs again.
Oh, no way!
And fumbles again.
Are you kidding me right now?
That's the second time he scrambled with the ball, fumbled it, and lost it. Casper Haddock, who got the interception earlier on in the game, able to jump on it.
And how are you going to go down there and run the ball and just don't protect it, right? He just hanging it out there, and he switched hands to keep it away from the defender, not realizing that he didn't quite secure while he was switching the hands and dropped it. So unfortunate. That's the 4th fumble and 5th turnover that Chicago has forced. It's safe to say Albuquerque has ball security issues.
They sure do, and it's almost impossible to win a game when you have that big of a negative turnover differential.
It's -5.
Yeah. That's a tall hole to try to climb out of.
3 from the quarterback position. 3 turnovers from the quarterback position.
Isaac Knox getting things going for Chicago here in the second half, starting things off with a 4-yard run up the middle.
And now it feels like Chicago, all Chicago really needs to do is just hand it to Knox and just let him do his thing because, I mean, look, if they can keep picking up 5 yards to pop. Oh.
Petty crushed in the backfield, sacked for a loss of 5 on the play. They're down.
He came untouched, like right off and through the middle. It's like it just parted, and he just is able to run right in there and just get to him and bring him down.
John Fullerton with the $2 super chat. Casper, the defensive ghost.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, he's been making plays.
He is making plays.
He's got a pick. He's got a fumble recovery.
He's doing it all.
He does it all. Petty with a deep pass.
Oh,
incomplete, but a flag on the play.
I gotta get another look at this. I didn't see it. It might have been bang bang, but it looked like I don't know. They call it on Dylan Bamsler. He impeded his direction of the ball. It's just
he was in the way. He wasn't looking to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, if he would have looked back and tried for the ball, I don't think they would have called it. But he was just more interested in staring at the receiver's face, apparently.
Sometimes a penalty is actually a penalty, like if a receiver lines up offsides and they throw a flag on the play. Sometimes it actually is offensive offsides. Anyway, Petty over the middle, and that one's incomplete. Tried to get it to McGee. McGee's been making nice plays all night. Can't make that one. Pittsburgh able to take the lead over Nashville now, 17-10. Inside the 2-minute warning of the first half. Nashville switched Thumper through an interception, and Nashville forced a fumble on the interception return, recovered by Thumper, and returned for a few yards. So,
correct your own mistakes.
There you go. Crazy things happening over there. Petty rolls out left, throws
right.
There
you go.
And it's picked off. Albuquerque finally turning their turnover differential around, gets the takeaway. And now they've got a chance to, at least prevent going down by 4 scores.
And that was a dangerous throw right there by Petty. I don't know what he was looking at. But like I said, I don't know why they just didn't want to just keep it on the ground with Knox and just grind it out. Just do one of those 4-minute drives, right, that they can do and just, I don't know. And now, they've given Albuquerque some life back right now.
Can the Adams take care of the ball? Dots throws a short pass over the middle to Smith. Smith
that's what I'm
making
saying.
plays.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's Crockett.
It's Crockett. Somebody else. Darn. You said Smith. I got excited, but it doesn't matter. Wait, why are they challenging that? I don't understand.
I'm not sure. I don't know where they.
I don't. Why would you even waste the challenge to begin with? Like, it's the middle of the third.
I don't even know what they're challenging right now.
Your guy picked up. I don't know. Maybe they ruled them short. I mean, it is short, but oh man, it's not even worth the challenge.
Yeah, his knee was down.
Well, how important? I really do think they're going to win this challenge because he's not down until. What? Did he really stop the clock right there? It was forward progress.
I'm not sure. Call on the field was overturned.
He picked it up.
So
they were able to get a first down, but oh man, like is that just talking about
a odd way of doing it? Well, the coach wanted to take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com.
I'm just losing my mind because it was 2nd and 1, and then you win the challenge. And you get 2nd and inches.
Well, sometimes your challenge is only worth about, I don't know. 3/4 of a yard, 4/5 of a yard, 2nd down in inches. Maybe. And he would have gotten it and then some. Sylvia able to punch it through for the first down.
I'm beside myself.
I can tell.
You just challenged that. And then he was mad that he won the challenge. I'd be mad too, because that was a dumb idea. Maybe realize, hey, that was not a very good idea. That was a dumb idea.
He's like, wait, I won and it's still 2nd down? Oh. Short pass over the middle to the side. Let's see. He gets the catch. Good for a gain of 6. Dots to Iniguez once again.
You just stand there like I got my mojo going on playing in L.A. where they like to sling the ball around. I guess.
John Fullerton.
Somebody's going to be taking a back seat the way Nicholas is playing. Rochelle got to adjust her depth chart.
Absolutely. John Fullerton in the chat saying inches count, I guess. Somewhere, Harish Prasad is smiling. Sylvia able to gain a yard on the play. Sets up Albuquerque with a 3rd down and 3. Outside of field goal range, though, Gerald, I would say they're at about the 34-yard line.
I don't think they're anywhere near field goal range because they don't even have a quality kicker on their team. And with the wind blowing, I wouldn't even test it. I really do think it's your 4-down territory here because you don't know how many times you're going to get down here and actually end up with a turnover.
And we've had a lot of long, time-consuming drives by both teams. You're only going to get a couple more possessions as is. Dots keeps going back further and further. Throws all the way down to the 14-yard line. And the Silent C catches the ball. 1st down for Albuquerque.
He's like, I'm going to run backwards to the Silent C becomes open in Iniguez, and he did. And he's able to, Dots is able to throw a nice dot right there to Iniguez. Look, he's waited his whole time to go there. Just
like, there we go. Found that big gaping hole in the zone.
I don't think Dots even worries about the route tree. He just worries about where Iniguez is going. And he's like, where he's going, that's where I'm throwing the ball.
Yep. Each of these routes is just like a one read.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to see where he's going. Everybody else just do something. Run around and look busy. Pressure on its way from Chicago. And it almost cost him dearly. Michaela Forker jumped right in front of it, got her hands on it. Couldn't bring it in, though. 2nd down.
6'4" cornerback. Where do they make those?
At Chicago.
She's.
It's a lot of deep dish pizza.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be a running back running in that direction.
No.
6'4", 200-pound.
It's like running into a tree.
Fast cornerback? Are you kidding me?
A fast tree. Dots. Pressure. On its way. Gets into the Silent C. 1st down and goal. See, now that's one that maybe Chicago challenges.
No, you still don't need to challenge it because it's not a very good idea to challenge it. You're just going to waste it. At least Chicago's like, yeah, we're just going to let them have it because we're up 3 scores.
Looked like he was tackled a yard shy of the line to gain to me, but anywho, 1st and goal from the 4. Sylvia gets the handoff, runs, lowers the shoulder, gains about 3, 2nd and goal from the 1.
He was testing Michaela Forker, and I don't know if he won or lost. Thought he might be able to run through her, but she's like, nah, not to be done. I'll just throw you to the ground.
That was Forker's 2nd drop tonight. Says she wants to work on her catch. High formation, Sylvia. Nope, that's Kane Hunter jumping into the end zone. Touchdown, Albuquerque.
Yeah, way to get some points on the board. It was quick. And they're able to punch it in right there. They had a couple of things, with Michaela Forker not keeping her hands on the ball. A couple of plays prior to this one here is allowing Albuquerque to somehow stick it at. Why do I feel like the game has been? I feel like the game was out of hand, and all of a sudden it's just not.
Yeah,
feels like Chicago was dominating, but then all of a sudden, Albuquerque gets another touchdown. You're like, oh well, maybe it's not as bad as it seems.
Chicago dominated the 1st quarter. It was 10-0 at the end of the 1st quarter, but then immediately Albuquerque not only scores a touchdown to start the 2nd quarter, but they got the ball right back after a 3-and-out by Chicago. So felt like, all right, well, it looked like it was all Chicago. Now Albuquerque's back in it. 2nd half of the 2nd quarter, Chicago starts to pile the points back on. Now here we are in the 3rd quarter, and Chicago really hasn't done much of anything here so far in the 2nd half, and Albuquerque able to try to climb back into this one. Only 10 points down at this stage. So
they've actually, and the crazy thing about it is like Albuquerque's had their turnovers have been like almost all of them have been in Chicago territory, and you end up with a situation. It's almost like how we did the San Jose game. San Jose was getting down, in the previous round, getting down there, putting up a ton of yards, but then they would just turn the ball over. And we saw how that one ended, right? They just weren't able to overcome what the turnovers were. And look, we still got a whole quarter and a little bit left. But shoot, man, they need some defense and some 3-and-outs.
Dylan Petty.
Oh, look at this!
Throws it right back to Albuquerque. And like you said, Gerald, feels like Albuquerque's still in it. Well, how about that? Sullivan Tyson gets the pick, and they'll get the best starting field position of the night.
What a turn of events right here. And why aren't you running Isaac Knox right here? Really dominant running back, and you're throwing the ball. It gets yourself in a really now you've actually, on the first play of scrimmage, you end up turning the ball over.
Yeah. Right after Dylan Petty in the chat says, I say we run it.
Yeah, and I
would have agreed.
Yeah, I guess the coaches overruled that, and maybe Dylan Petty's trying to teach him a lesson.
Kane Hunter's going to run it, though.
I said run it. I don't want to throw.
Yeah, 2nd down and 7. Have you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? We're looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for this minor league and next major league season. You can visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. Hunter, back-to-back carries. This time runs right into the waiting arms of Casper, the defensive ghost. 3rd down and 4 after a gain of about 3.
Yeah, and Casper comes in and kind of puts it looked like Kane Hunter was going to go for a little bit more, but he just, I don't know, just popped up out of nowhere.
The Silent C nickname is catching on.
Yeah, it sure is.
Eddie Gage is confused on why we're calling him the Silent C. Dots. Rolling out left. Throws left.
Look who
wide open.
Are you kidding me right now? The Silent C drops it.
A rare mistake. He's been catching everything thrown his way. And on a critical 3rd and 4, they're going to have to punt from here, Gerald. Critical 3rd from 4.
That was his easiest catch of the game, and he just
nobody
dropped
within
it.
Yeah, nobody within 10 yards of him. I mean, doesn't get much more wide open than that. Oh, that's painful if you're a Albuquerque fan. That ball touched and bounced out of bounds.
I really do think if Iniguez catches that, I think he stays in bounds, makes a move, and we could be talking about a 3-point game. Because there was one guy back there who just had one safety deep about 10 yards away.
One move and he's in, you're right. Well, Chicago, they catch a break on that last pick. And much to the excitement of Dylan Petty, he'll hand the ball off to Isaac Knox for a gain of about 3 yards. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid is the official console of the SFL. Knox running and getting the 1st down.
Abad Ruiz. So this is the first game he's able to watch live. Congratulations to him, because look what he's got to hear our ridiculous voices talk about this
That's
game.
unfortunate if this is the first game that you listen to live and think, wow, this is the commentary this league.
And he's probably like, who is the Silent C? Is there some sort of a secret agent on the field? And Casper, the defensive ghost? Like, what's going on?
We have a habit of just assigning nicknames and just going with it.
Yep. No permission needed.
No, you make it sound vile, but look at these broken tackles by Henry McGee.
Are you kidding
me? The
me?
Stiff arm. Nice run for 4. So Darius Iniguez, his first name has a silent C in it. That's the secret. It's pronounced Darius, but it's got a C in there. You don't pronounce the
C.
The C, so therefore it's a silent C.
And he's a silent C.
That's it.
It's
not really that creative. It's just what we declared.
He's going to be forever known as Silent C.
As far as we can carry it, I guess. I mean, we did get the Lake Man Shuffle embedded into SFL lore.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
Knox with another carry. This one goes for a loss of 1. They're down and 7.
Even if he is just Dags and Smith famous, that's good enough for me.
Well, if Doug Day gets his way, there's going to be a Dags edition Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. And we'll be even more famous.
You don't even own a Retroid.
Shh.
You can't have that.
Wonder if my discount code's still valid. 5 wide look for Chicago. Throws over the middle. Another jumping one-handed catch. This time to McCringleberry. First down, Chicago, as the waning moments of quarter number 3 tick away.
Man, and it was just the opportunity. I'm just thinking about the opportunity missed by Albuquerque, and now Chicago is driving toward midfield as we're about to start the fourth quarter.
3 quarters in the books. 10 minutes remains here from Chicago as the Warriors out in front in this one, 24-14 over the Albuquerque Adams. You're watching the Simulation Football League minor league playoffs on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios on our production.
Phenomenal, Cameron Irvine.
He puts the fun in phenomenal.
Got to see his face the other day.
Nothing finer than that. Finer than frog's hair, I say. Isaac Knox jettisoned forward for the first down.
And what do they do after they throw a pick on the very first play of their drive? Like, hey, let's just keep it on the ground, but so we can just grind it out, and it's actually working. Surprise, surprise.
Ball handed off to McGee. Look at McGee making moves.
He trucked somebody.
Sign McGee as a halfback. 2nd down and 3. Nice gain once again by McGee.
I don't think it matters who they run the ball with. Look, if Chicago wants to just put it away, that's what you do. You just give it to those guys.
Just keep giving it to Knox and McGee. Took the whole fourth quarter away on one drive. There's Knox trying to run away from the linebacker, Bowman. Bowman able to wrap his arms around Knox's ankles, bring him down, but not before another Chicago first down.
Yeah, and they're actually, they're probably in field goal range. What a surprise. There it is, Knox.
102 yards on the day for Isaac. Back down to McGee. McGee
really breaking tackles.
Doing running back things. Gets inside the red zone and tackled at the 18-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Warriors.
Well, now they're in the red zone. And they could, I won't say put the game away, but they're getting really, really close. If Albuquerque can stop them to a field goal here, it still stays a 2-score game.
Pitch up top to Knox, breaking tackles, heading towards the end zone. Touchdown Warriors, 3-score game it is.
And all the Albuquerque fans are going to think about, regardless of all the turnovers they had, is that drop by the Silent C. Yeah. And a wide open deal there, because it would have got him in a situation to put more points on the board and close it down to a 1-score lead. And then they punt it away, and Chicago goes down and just grinds out a drive and caps it off with a Knox run for about 18 yards. So it's going to be a pretty uphill battle right here. It's
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll put them down 17 points. With any luck, they might be able to block this and still make it a 2-score game, but nope.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect track for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Meanwhile, in Nashville, tight end Keith Wheeler, who was injured, if I recall correctly, in our game we called a few nights ago, Gerald. He's back with a vengeance. 140 yards on 15 receptions for Pittsburgh. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. They've got the lead 24-17 over Nashville about midway through quarter number 3.
They may have turned, Wheeler got hurt. They may have turned him into a robot.
You think so?
Yep. It's the only way tight ends are really, really good.
Yeah, well, tight ends are always really good.
No, your tight end with some sort of a robot, some man-made contraption to cheat the system.
Success is success. Dots throws the ball into triple coverage, trying to take some chances now as they are down 3 scores, 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, that was not a very, very good decision to throw it right there. We had 4 Chicago players and one of your guys kind of going across there. But even if Albuquerque falls here, you know, there's nothing to really just be worried about. I said, well, I mean, you go down and lose the bracket, but you can come out and make noise out of that bracket as well.
Iniguez gets that completion, good for a gain of 6. They're down in 4, and probably, I would imagine, 4 down territory from here on out.
I would hope so. It being as much time as it is, and you're being down 17 points, it's got to be 4 down territory if you ask me. But I just don't know if they'll do it. I guess they'll cross that bridge when they get to it.
They're down and 4. Dots has time. Pressure getting there, though. Has to get rid of it, and does.
Wow.
And a flag on the play. Haynes, the intended target. But a pass interference call will give the Adams a break. The first down.
I mean, if you look at he just got smothered right there. Like, Gotts was like all up on him. And look, and Gotts being 6'3" and 255 pounds, and Mr. Haynes at 5'10", 190. It was... He just completely smothered his whole body.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm just trying to catch the ball. And he just sat right there waiting for the ball to come, and he just got mugged.
Kane Hunter on the carry. He'll gain 2. Double elimination playoffs in the second round. We got Pittsburgh at Nashville going on right now on another SFL YouTube stream. At last look, Pittsburgh up 24-17 in that one. The winner of the Pittsburgh-Nashville game will play the winner of tonight's game, Albuquerque at Chicago. So currently, if the scores hold, we'll have Pittsburgh at Chicago. Still some more time left in each of these games, though.
I think, look, if that's the way it shakes out, I think that'll be a pretty good game. We watched Pittsburgh play last week, and they looked really, really good by forcing all the turnovers that they did.
Dots rolling out, throws over the middle.
Oh, wow!
Dots throws a dot. That one's complete, deep down the field. Gets it into the hands. Number 85. First down.
Just when they look in the silent seas away, they just get a guy deep and just drops it right in there behind everybody.
Fresh off the stands. We don't even know who that guy is. He got the ball.
No, it's like, hey, we need another guy to just, we're going to run Iniguez and to, as a decoy, and we just run, we'll throw, you catch it.
4 down lineman for Chicago. Hunter gets the carry this time. A run like that raises the question for me, Gerald. It's an 8-yard gain, but you're down a lot. There's 6 minutes to go. Do you have time to do this?
No. Look, if you're going to do it, you need to run tempo, right? You need to actually pick up the pace. You actually need to go no huddle and keep your guys at the line to try and look for mismatches and stuff like that. Or what you can do, if you pick up a game and you like the looks that you're given, just stay in that formation. And here we're all really, it looks like they're coming out in some sort of a heavy set right here because it is short yardage, but
6 minutes to go. Bottled up at the line. And no gain for Sylvia.
I don't even know what happened. I just lost him in there. He just
ran into a sea of humanity and couldn't get out.
I don't know. I'd like them to go a little bit quicker of a pace here. They're coming out in a similar formation.
Dots hands it off to Hunter. Oh, if he hadn't spun, he would have had the first down. Lower your shoulder, Hunter. 4th down and 1.
You got to go for it. No, I guess they can kick a field goal. What? You got to go for it. What are you doing?
Please don't tell me you're fake punting this.
Like, no, what's going on?
No, they're for real life punting it from their own 25-yard line. Drops down at the 5 and rolls into the end zone. Net gain of 5. Gerald, a 5-yard punt. I've never seen it. I have now.
Look, I would have even tried it. I mean, you needed a field goal anyway. Just try it. You're so close right there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the wind. I mean, did the kicker break his leg running in from halftime or something? I don't understand.
I don't know. I got nothing. That was a very surprising reaction on 4th down by the Albuquerque offense.
It's got to be wind related.
Chicago back out on offense now. Petty trying to pick up where he left off, and he does. Right over the middle to Henry McGee, the man of the hour. First down as we get halfway through the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you what, Chicago is really, really balanced, man, from their run game to the pass game and being able to put up yards, being able to put up points. You know, they can do it. And look, and they had a little bit of a dangerous stuff, a dangerous spell, shall I say, a bad spell. You know, Petty throwing a couple of, picks on I believe, which was back-to-back drives. But they can move the ball and put up points.
Petty throws to McGee, and McGee almost able to get up, keep on running. But tackled on the play. Chicago is going to keep possession of the ball, keep on ticking this clock away.
Yeah, but look, this is the winner's side of the bracket, right? So even though, what is this? Like, why are you doing that? I don't understand.
Gerald getting mad at
this is the second time we've had a bad challenge. I'm not even going to entertain what it is. I'm just continuing my point. All's not lost for Albuquerque here because, with them chances to come back are pretty slim here. But they're in the winner's bracket. They lose here, they go down, and they're going to play the winner of Bossier City in Philadelphia, I believe. I could be wrong, but so they do kind of sort of advance. They just slide down the losers bracket area, and and is able to fight their way back.
Ruling on the field is overturned after a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com.
He's excited, and I don't know why.
He's very happy about that 2nd down and inches.
I don't know. It's 2nd down.
And inches.
It was either 1st or 2nd. It's not much of a change.
I agree. Dylan Petty, 10-24, 126 yards. 3 touchdowns. Chicago in control. Loser of this game will take on the winner of the Lexington-San Jose game.
Yeah, I was way off. Not really. The other two's in the loser bracket too.
Knox takes the handoff, gets the inches and then more. And once we hit Friday, Gerald, we'll start to get into some elimination games. The loser of this one, presumably Albuquerque, taking on the winner of Lexington-San Jose. That will be an elimination game between two one-loss teams.
Technically, the 10 o'clock games are eliminations game as well.
Are they?
Yep. Put up or shut up.
Well, it's a very hostile way of saying it.
No, win or go home. Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. That's more family friendly. No gain on the play. So if you're watching the games here tonight and you're thinking, gosh, very sad, this is in the 4th quarter and the game is almost done, fear not, because your night is not over. Second round of the SFLm double elimination tournament continues next, with 4 teams facing elimination with a loss. Bossier City's at Philadelphia, and Lexington visits San Jose. Action starts at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That's only 45 minutes from now, Gerald. Check out the next class of SFL draft picks and stars right here on SFL YouTube. 2nd down and 10. Chicago ticking as much time off the clock as they can before they snap it. Knox will rumble forward for 4. They're down in 6.
And Knox is the production over the course of this season and these last couple of games in the playoffs here. I think he solidified himself as a top pick, right? At least from the running back stuff, especially with a lot of these teams now, are going to go with the two-headed monster in the backfield with the running backs. A guy like him being able to grind a game out like that, it's going to be invaluable to any SFL franchise.
100%. Yeah, backup halfbacks in the major league getting a whole new purpose this next coming season. And Gerald, your Louisiana Revolution really kind of revolutionized, no pun intended, but the 2 halfback look many seasons ago. And did you guys in your office, think back then when you were the first team to really utilize that 2 halfback look, think that we'd get to the point where it was almost a necessity for all teams?
No, I mean, we always like to do stuff different, right? So whenever that got brought to me, I said, no, that's a terrible idea. But, whenever we started looking at it and we're like, yeah, so, we have a really, really good, staff on our side. When they brought it to me, I said, no, it's a terrible idea. But as it went on and we utilized it, hey, look, we can make this work and maybe we can blaze a trail.
Sure.
I mean, not that we've done it. We went to the semifinals with that first 2 running backfield and, Square Bush and Colin Hart and, and you guys actually adopted that too. Phoenix Jones
did.
and Hall of Famer Ray Bentley.
Yeah, utilized that for a few seasons. Totally jacked the idea right from you. It was like
it worked.
It did look cool. Yeah,
it worked, right? And it takes a certain special coaching staff to be able to utilize it and make it work. So
absolutely,
and now it's going to become a staple in the SFL, right? The way we are in the modern football, there's no real bell cow back really anymore. So
it's true.
Just
trying to mimic that with the simulation model and get that second back more substituted in. Phoenix Jones now with Tulsa to see what he can do for that squad. Jacob Morrison, wide receiver for Las Vegas, coming over to the Aztecs in free agency, going to try his hand out at the halfback position for us. Ray Bentley as the number 1 back and Morrison is number 2. Got a little bit more speed than old man Ray, so see if he can help us.
I don't know. He still looked pretty good, and you had Van Dam running back there like a tank.
Buford Van Dam, yeah.
It was something good to see. I tell you what, one thing that's not going to happen is when none of that running nonsense is going to happen whenever you play the Revs.
You are a delusional man sometimes.
It's going to come true. Dreams come true.
Oh, look at that.
Tight end.
Nice catch to Eddie Maddox. # throw it to the tight end. Albuquerque will burn their first time out of the half.
But one of the things I like about calling these games here is in the minors is like all the engagement from the young crowd out there in the chat and everything else like this. Even though we give all these, I'll say sometimes not ridiculous, I think they're fun nicknames we give. And great gains traction and
the Lake Man.
Maybe it'll be a meme. The Silent Sea. Somebody's gonna create something.
Absolutely. TJ Harper, this is a good call tonight from the booth. # love moms.
Yeah,
thanks,
moms.
TJ.
Yeah, moms.
Happy Mother's Day-ish.
Moms are amazing. Mother's Day in December, right? I don't know. It's great. You call your mom on the holidays. It's the holiday season. Every day can be Mom's Day.
Should text your mother at least every day.
Oh, look at Haynes coming through in the clutch. Little guy going up and getting it.
Good jump for small fry.
I tell you what, look, if I think this would have been a completely different game had Albuquerque not had 5 turnovers. I mean, we could be saying it the other way. Hey, Chicago's going down and actually suffering their first loss, of the season and one of the bigger games going on. And
face mask penalty there. But, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way that Albuquerque has played on offense minus the turnovers they've definitely done what it takes to be able to beat a team like Chicago. It's just been about the carelessness with the football, the fumbles. They fumbled it, I believe, 3 times. They lost it all 3 times. There was the return and then 2 fumbles by the quarterback.
There was 2. There was 2 return, a kickoff return and a punt return fumble, and then there was 2 fumbles by the quarterback and an interception. So they've had 5 turnovers, but the ball security has not been good for them this game, and I do think it cost them.
Otherwise, their play has been good. Look at Darius Inigua's silent C himself right there, getting a nice sideline catch, sideline awareness, toe tapping. 2nd down and 6.
Well, whoever they play, right? Whoever Albuquerque is going to play out of Lexington and San Jose, one of those teams is going to have to be pretty aware of where the silent C is going to be, because he's been a menace, in these last 2 games right here, and Albuquerque has something. They've been able to get him to the ball and get him the ball with success.
Dots, end zone, picked.
No. That makes 6. Oh no.
And the story of the night for Albuquerque continues to be written into stone as Chicago getting another takeaway. Otis Smith, another Smith making a play. And, you got to give credit where credit's due. Chicago has forced those takeaways. They've gotten those.
100%.
Yeah. It's not just about Albuquerque making mistakes. It's about the great play of the players on Chicago making it happen and absolutely forcing their team into a no-lose situation. I mean, you take the ball away 6 times, you're almost guaranteed victory unless, anything that can go wrong does go wrong. Otherwise, goodness.
Yeah, unless you have a 9-interception game. I'm not saying no names, but it was a rough game for us, 9 interceptions, but
I was doing stats on that game.
It was not good.
It was a sad day.
Yeah. But look, it's Chicago is undefeated for a reason, right? And they came to play. They got these home, and look, as it's even being said, right? Look, I mean, they're going to have another home game next week, regardless of who they play. And they've actually, played well at home in these playoffs, right? They've done it pretty good, and did it a lot on the back of Isaac Knox, right? He was able to, once they realized that, hey, if we're throwing the ball, we're making a whole lot of mistakes. Let's just hand it off to our guys that can keep the ball on the ground, mistake free, because believe it or not, you actually had Petty throwing. I think he's on the game. He's actually thrown under 50% of his passes have been complete. So he hasn't been doing anything that's really, really great. And what they did is just playing defense and forcing turnovers and utilizing the turnovers they gotten to huge success to put points on the board and to kill drives. And if you're giving the ball up, you can't score.
Yeah, Petty threw a couple of picks himself as well. Gave just when it looked like Albuquerque was out, Chicago would give them a glimmer of hope again before ripping the carpet out from under them once again to take it away. That is your final here from Chicago. The Warriors get the win, 31-14 over Albuquerque. And Gerald, as we scroll through these final stats, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, well, it was just Chicago forcing, Albuquerque in bad situations in the passing game, and then, forcing all the fumbles, and 2 of them, right? 2 of those fumbles were actually in Albuquerque, their own territory with like the, with the fumbles that they had on the kickoff and the punt. So it just makes it really, really difficult, to come back from that. So
yeah,
but
absolutely.
We'll see how they end up checking out.
And you saw that Albuquerque had the 5 turnovers, but only surrendered 7 points off turnovers.
That's insane.
You'd mentioned that earlier about how they really hadn't scored much off the turnovers that they had been getting. That's Chicago, that is. But still, it prevented Albuquerque from being able to put the points up, and that was really what the difference was, because otherwise they were driving, they were getting things done. So coming up next, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time, Bossier City at Philadelphia. Jacob Clear and Brandon Walters on the call. At 10:30, Lexington, San Jose. John Warren, Mickey Melillo on the call. That's it from us here in Chicago. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who will always be with me in spirit, I'm Mike Daggs saying thank you for joining us. Be kind to one another. Always choose happy. Have a great night.